I'm Charles, the Corvette Product Manager. This is Kirk Benyon, Exterior Design Manager. And you see we got a lot of people from the team here wearing these gray shirts, been outside asking questions. Anybody back there? Got Todd here and Kelly. So hopefully you guys been having a good time. So what should we talk about? Mustang. How about Corvettes? We'll talk about Corvettes. Okay, so I just go over some data here before we get into the all the new stuff. A lot of people like to see how things are going. This is all our data through pretty recently. We've already got over 37,000 2016 Corvettes this year. You can see 24,000 were Stingrays, and over 13,000 were Z06s. About a third of ours are Z06s, and it kind of breaks up almost a third in Stingray with Z51 and Z06s. It's about 80% coupes, 20% convertibles, and you can see in the different trim levels, we have 1LT, 2LT, 3LT, and you can see on the Z06, it's the higher ones do a little better. On the Stingray, some of the ones do a little better, but pretty happy with how things are going so far this year. And here are some of the options just to look at. You look at M5, that's the 8-speed paddle shift automatics. Over 80% of the Stingrays are checking that box. And you see the different chassis. FE1 is your standard chassis. FE2 is Stingray with magnetic ride. And you have Z51, it's FE3, and FE4 is Z51 with magnetic ride. So they kind of got a good distribution there. Over 80% are going for the NTT dual mode exhaust. Over 60% are getting performance data recorder. The color brake package is doing pretty well. And you look over at the wheels. Black wheels are king. People love the black wheels. Here's one of them now. And here's some of the same options on the Z06. On the Z06, over 70% are getting the 8-speed paddle shift automatic. People are saying, why would you order an automatic on a Z06? There you go. There's your answer. The carbon fiber ground effects doing really well. Z07 package, 36%, doing pretty good. 84% data recorder. About 30% are getting the competition seats with the Z06.
Right.
And again, black wheels, most popular. There. And everybody loves the colors. Arctic white, black, torch red. We do all these new colors, and what do you guys like? The 3 oldest colors we have. But absolutely, you think about it, those are classics. I mean, that's classic sports car colors. They're always going to be the best. You can't go wrong with those. But you can see some of the ones that we did phase out. The Daytona Sunrise Orange and the Night Race Blue are starting to fall off at the bottom there. And interiors, the black obviously is most popular. The Adrenaline Red, 20% is pretty good also. And okay, how many people in here have a C7R edition? I know I talked to a few this morning. We're sold out of the C7R. I thought it'd be interesting to kind of do some calculations and see how they all came out. You could get yellow or black. You could get coupe or convertible, and then manual automatic. So about 2/3 at the 8-speed, about the same were yellow versus black, and about 88% were coupe versus convertible. So your rare one up here is actually 13 or 14, the manual convertible. There's 13 yellows and 14 blacks. So that's the rare one. Wow. You got one of those. Congratulations. If you got any of them, congratulations, really. Oh, and the other thing, we have these cars out here, and it's continuing into 16, into 17. We got a little bit of late start. What I'm talking about is the 3 design packages that we came out with. We have the Twilight Blue, the Spice Red, and the Jet Black Suede package. We've done a total of those 3, about over 1,100 of those, and divided up. There's some rare ones there. We got one. It's kind of interesting. You got one Shark Gray convertible with the Twilight Blue package Stingray. It's kind of rare. But anyway, it's kind of interesting to see how all those cars are kind of interesting and special. But anyway, though, I do want to let everybody know that these three packages are continuing into 2017. We got a little bit of a late start with them, but they're really kind of a special way to make your car stand out. And you know, we love to compete on the racetrack because we race against the same cars that we compete on the showroom. So we're winning in the showroom pretty well, 38% market share. This is calendar year to date so far. Doing pretty good, a little bit off versus last full calendar year, slightly off, but it was a great this is 2015. And then for 2016 so far, we're over 40% market share, even though we're down a little bit. And one of the reasons is, as you remember, in 2015, in the wintertime, was when we were launching all the Z06s, so everybody was waiting to get those. So those were a big explosion of Z06s then. But we're having a really good month this month, so we continue to really dominate what we call the luxury sports car segment here. And as you know, the real Triple Crown winner was the Corvette last year. Daytona, Sebring, Le Mans, and then we're off to a pretty good start this year. I got to update Long Beach. How many people saw Long Beach? That would have been our 100th win as the Corvette racing team, but they took it from us, but we'll get it back, so don't worry. But a good start so far for this year, and I hope to forget that finish in Daytona. Eric, keep joining, you can't forget, really, it's going a little over. But we had the chance, Taj and I had a chance to spend some time with Oliver Gavin in Geneva when we were introducing that car that's back there. And we were like, how did you guys do that? Aren't you worried or whatever? And he said, like, I really wanted that watch, that Rolex watch. That's what it was about. And this is at Sebring. That's the car. It's out in the circle. Got a chance to, that was the first time in America, show the Admiral Blue Grand Sport, all the race drivers on the track there at Sebring. It's a really neat picture. Which leads us to weather's news for 2017. The Grand Sport is back, returns. And you can see this is our fourth iteration of a Grand Sport. We got 63, 96, 2010, 2017. So it's our fourth go around. And if you look at the evolution of the Grand Sport, I mean, what a historic name for Corvette. Start off with the factory race car in 63, Zora's way to challenge for racing. Only 5 cars got built, because he was kind of ignoring the fact that back then the manufacturer signed an agreement to build race cars, but he got 5 in there anyway under the wire. But those 5 cars have made such an impact. I mean, they're so collectible and everybody knows about them. And so we did at the end of the 4th generation car, we did that special Corvette Grand Sport for 96, where only 1,000 were built. Emerald blue, white stripes, red hash marks. Limited 10,000, had the LT4 engine, 300 horsepower.
330.
Sorry. That was the LT1 was 300. Good catch. All right, we got it. Typo. And then 2010, the more sweet, the 6th generation, and it was really kind of a unique car. We made it a whole model and really taking advantage, because the Z06, everybody loved the Z06, but it was annual only, fixed roof only, no convertible, no removable roof panel. So we had this opportunity. We created this new model, kind of mixing the best of both worlds, and it became our best-selling car towards the end of the C6 life cycle. So which leads us to our 2017 Grand Sport, and when we did the Z06, we had planned, okay, now we have both transmissions, we have removable roof, we have convertible. There was some thinking like, I don't know if we need to do a Grand Sport so you get all that Z06, but I think it was about 5 seconds after the Stingray was introduced. When's the Grand Sport coming out? Everybody wanted to see a 7th generation Grand Sport, so Kirk and I and everybody on the team and Taj, I think we like to listen to our customers because they're the ones buying the cars. And so we listened. We said, yeah, wouldn't a 7th generation Grand Sport be cool? It's really be the sweet spot for a lot of people. And then we thought, let's really take advantage and bring back everything people love about Grand Sport from all the generations. So Grand Sport model will be coupes and convertibles. It will be packaged, if you're familiar with how the Stingray is packaged, like we know we have the 1LT, 2LT, 3LT, like that type of stuff. It's the same as the packaged the same way that the Stingray is. We're going to go over all the stuff in the presentation. It's kind of a summary. The special interior features, special stripe package that you've seen, the wheels, or the collector edition. We're going to go over all that stuff. Let me talk about the performance of the Grand Sport. First you got the 460 horsepower LT1. You have the wider tires, 285 in the front, 335 in the rear. Same as the Z06 tire sizes. Functional brake ducts, extra cooling, the large 6-piston front brakes. The standard will be black painted calipers, red and yellow is available. The 7-speed manual ratios will be the same ratios that we use in the Z51 transmission. And the 8-speed paddle shift has the Performance 273, also from the Z51 option. Magnetic ride control is standard on the Grand Sport, so that's great. You have standard magnetic ride control, standard electronic limited slip differential. And this is something really new for a Grand Sport. For the first time, you can get ceramic brakes and cup tires with the Z07 package on a Grand Sport. So that's the first time we've done that, really raising the bar on that car. So for testing, so the standard one would be 1.05G. You get the Z07 package with cup tires, 1.2G on the skid pad. Really incredible. 3.6 seconds, 0 to 60. About a tenth quicker. Really the cup tires, the wider, really help benefit that. So incredibly fast. And when they were testing the car on the Milford Road course, they were within a second of the previous gen's ZR1 with the lap times. So it's a very, very great track car. So I'm going to let Kurt talk about the design and come up here and tell you more about the design details.
For the design of the Grand Sport, there's a few areas that we wanted to differentiate the car with, but obviously the front fenders, the area we usually key in the most. So you'll see a very unique side cove detail that's offered both in a combination of body color and carbon flash. And with that said, we're going to have, you're seeing out there today that we've got 4 new exterior colors. And of course, we want to give the exterior a good starting point with a good monotone appearance. You'll also notice that we're introducing the car with a cup wheel. A cup wheel for us, we used it in the Centennial cars and that. In 60th, it's a very good wheel, very lightweight, very strong. It's got a unique feature where we actually added material to the spoke opposite of the tire pressure sensor to reduce wheel weights. So it's a unique feature. And we have a patent on this wheel, but because it is so good, we brought it back. Now with that said, for our Z15 package, all right, sorry. Here's where you can see the side vent we talked about. You'll see the Grand Sport lettering is in between the dual forks there. The rest of the wide body is pretty much what you know to be Z06, but the front fender is unique. Quarter inlet is now body color on top for the Grand Sport as well. And it will come with a standard rocker splitter. You'll be able to get the CFC or the CFB carbon fiber piece, but we will have a standard rocker on there as well. Then for The package, we're going to give you plenty of opportunity to personalize this car, starting with the hash marks. And we're going to offer a couple colors you haven't seen before with hyper green and the volcano orange. And then from the hash marks, you'll be able to step that up to a full center stripe, which includes the hood vent. And this is unique just to the Grand Sport. A couple colors you haven't seen us do work with there is the blue and the Arctic white center stripe. So with that said, we want to embrace this heritage package, which what we kind of look at as a very iconic color scheme. The blue and white; those are very American racing colors, past Corvette racing. With that said, like I said, starting with the hash marks, we're gonna offer torch red, carpet flash, volcano orange, sharp gray, yellow, and then the hyper green. And you'll be able to pick and choose this with any of the clear colors you desire. And then we also offer the hash mark on the inside too. You'll notice it's on the upright handlebar area on the interior. Now with that said, here's some of the order codes. And we basically identified, for starting purposes, top 10 combinations you can start with. Here again, the idea is for you to personalize and make a more modern version of Grand Sport. So this is the first shot at what the colors are. I'll go over these individually. First, of course, you get the apple blue, white center stripe, red hash marks. Very, very classic look. And we're going to reverse it for you. The Arctic white with Laguna blue stripe, red hash marks. And you notice the side coat stays body color in all instances, as does the quarter. And that's unique to Grand Sport. Now we'll get you a little bit more aggressive, gloss black with the red stripe down the center, and then sharp gray hash marks. And here we go with the Arctic white, volcano orange, carbon flash center stripe. And then we'll get to the black exterior, yellow hash marks, and then this is the sharp gray center stripe in black. It's a nice tonal look. And then the sterling blue, which you're seeing for the first time. And might add, the sterling blue car that's out there right now is the very first car painted by the plant. So you're seeing it as fast as we are. And this offers some torch red marks as well as the gray full stripe. And here again, notice that the hood vent does match all the center stripes in these combinations. Also new for 17 is the Watkins Glen gray. This is a nice charcoal metallic. We're extending it with this torch red stripes and full length gray stripe here again, including the hood vent. And the color you haven't seen us do too much with is the hyper green. And it's almost a fluorescent yellow look. We like what it does with the Watkins Glen gray and the flash center stripe. Of course, you got to touch torch red, very popular color for us. Here again, the Arctic white stripe with the matching hood vent, and then the flash hash marks. Of course, yellow. We always like dabbling with Corvette Racing yellow. Sharp gray hash marks and white center. Now for the collector edition, the intent here is could be about 1,000 units, I think. And this car, we've pretty much constructed this car as this is what embraces this option. So you really can't modify this package. It's kind of set the way it is. So we started off with the Watkins Glen gray. Of course, the big addition is the tension blue. And it's a very striking, strong, bright blue, and that we offer now. With that said, you'll still get the cup wheels. You'll get the high gloss carbon fiber IP, which will be unique to this car as well. It's something that we haven't done before as well. You'll also get blue stitching on the suede to match the tension blue on this. Rear view of it, you can see we're still holding this, what we call our Stage 2, nickname our Stage 2 aero package. So you still get the worker bills that you can tune, and you get the full rocker and splitter package as well. Of course, the big story on the collector edition, like I said, is this tension blue interior, very striking, and that goes with the aggressive nature of the car. And you can see that you're getting the hash mark touch, the high gloss carbon fiber IP in this as well. And you'll notice the blue accent. Grand Sport is now accented blue on the steering wheel. There's another view of the suede steering wheel, the suede shifter. Another detail we'll touch on is the little center console plate. You can see the design here. The surround that you see here in the blue, all the Grand Sports will get this plaque. It'll be color coded to the interior that you get with your Grand Sport. And so right now you get a gray interior, you have a gray stripe within that logo. And you can see the logo was inspired by the 65 Grand Sport convertible, and that which was very iconic as well. Notice the decal on the headrest. This is embossed into the leather. And also what's new is the quilted headliner in suede, and that which matches your surround. So you can actually get that in multiple colors to match the interior as well. That could be light gray, it could be black. And we debuted this car at the Geneva Motor Auto Show, and got one of the top 10 favorite cars there, which is a nice surprise for us. For the exterior, like I said, you've seen some of the colors that we're coming out with. We're replacing sharp gray with Watkins Point gray. Pictures kind of tell the story better, and that what you're seeing, we showed the Long Beach red last year. Sterling blue is new. The new Admiral blue, which will replace Night Race blue. And then we've got Watkins Point, which will replace the sharp gray. And then down at the bottom, I think a big surprise for a lot of folks is the black rose, because we haven't touched on black rose in some time, and so that's a nice new color for us. And on the interior, like I said, you get the quilted headliners, Kalahari gray. Red seatbelts are now going to be an option. And if you like to track your car and you like having the seatbelts visible, that's huge as well. And also available, you can see here for the Z06, how the red belts tie in with the red stitching, and the low gloss carbon fiber trim. Very handsome combination. And you can see the different quilted headliner combinations. Very nice detail. And also the garnish packages. The Grey Coupe 3LT, Kalahari 3LT. Okay, Arlen, I think I'm going to let you take it from here.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Kurt. And one of the things I think we went over was the red stripe wheels. We now have red stripe wheels on every model available from the factory, which is good. And some of the electrical things, the new infotainment update. We actually had mid-year where we now have we have phone projection for Apple CarPlay. We started with that. We have Android Auto. We have the standard on the 2017, and then also there's going to be like a new app store that's available in 2017. So we'll have things like books I think you download, Weather Channel, will be like just like your phone, will have like apps for the car. So that's kind of cool. And the performance data recorder, and a few little updates based on feedback we've gotten. There'll be a mute option for the recording. You don't want to get all the excitement that you're going to have when you're driving the car recording. People ask for that. The other thing is, while it's recording, it'll tell you what overlay you're doing, because sometimes you don't know. You can select what overlay it has, and people are familiar with it, and you get back when you're done. Oh, I didn't mean all the track data on it and get all that, so she'll know right away, but all the time what overlay is. We added odometer, so you see like the miles count as you're on the track. And then you can also, when you play it back, you'll see what driver mode we were in, score track, so you can maybe compare, oh, I did faster on track, how much faster were you on track mode for this sport board, things like that. So those are things on all the Corvettes for 17. Now here's kind of a, I always like that Zora, I'm probably going to say it wrong, Zora quote where he says, all Corvettes are high performance, it's just a matter of degree. And here, choose your weapon. We have all these different levels of performance now with the Corvette. And you can see how everything compares, 0 to 60, quarter mile, skid pad, and then the weight. So one of the interesting thing about the weights, how it works out is, Z51 basically had 75 pounds, and then the Grand Sport only about 25 pounds more than Z51 package. I think a lot of people want to read the forum think it's like 1,000 pounds more. 25 pounds difference. The acceleration figures on these are done actually with the 8-speed automatic. So you launch control on the automatic. I think it doesn't make quite as big of a different R guide, so you just kind of punch it. So you can use the launch control. I would. Yeah. It's a Z51. It's amazing. It's kind of both. From my point of view, it's really Stingray, Grand Sport, and Z06 are the models. However, in the order system, the way we had to do it, because it counts in a different class, it comes out in the order system, you have to select right away Stingray or Stingray Z51. So in there, it kind of shows as a list of the model. But I think the broad term for Corvette, Stingray, Grand Sport, and Z06 are our models. And then we have Z51's performance package. We have Z07 as a performance package for Grand Sport, for Z06. That's how I like to say it. So we have 3 models, 3 performance packages. If you like, if anybody that wants it to be a model and it makes them sleepy each year, you can tell people it's a model. If not, if you have the standard Stingray, then you have the same thing. So whatever you want. But anyway, it's funny. But right. So okay, I'll just keep going. Right. Yeah, I put just for the purpose of this chart, I put the top performance numbers. For Grand Sport, for skid pad would be 1.05, for example, LZ07. I think the 0 to 6 would be close, maybe a 10th difference, maybe not, maybe a big half a 10th. With no, it's faster with the Z07 package because of the tires. They get better launch and better grip. Get a little bit better, and it's faster with 8-speed versus the 7-speed also. The weight. Well, these are the base dry weights, like our Italian friends do. So I'm taking a lesson from them. All right. Thanks. Okay, what else do we got? Oh, big announcement today. This is being announced today, press release. Probably somebody on their phone might have read it already. It probably just went out. And we saved this for this event. And here's our 2017 base pricing. If you noticed on Stingray and Z06, the price went up on an amazing $50. Hope you guys can handle that. The doesn't change anybody's purchase decision. But of course, what everybody's waiting to see is the Grand Sport pricing, 65,450 for the coupe, 69,450 for the convertible. That's without the, you do have to add the 995 for the DFC with all these numbers. Okay. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about performance. Everybody remember this lightning lap car and driver from last year where the cover was the Corvette Z06 kills supercars dead? Everybody remember that? Anybody? They did this chart. Car and driver did this chart plotting all the cars, and based on the lap time the Z06 got, it should cost like $100,000. But don't worry, we're not going to ask you for that money back. But one of the things, and again, I shouldn't do this, but we're all friends, so I think you guys will keep it secret. We shouldn't really compare our times to car and drivers, not different driver, different situation, but it'll help for what I'm going to show next. So for example, car and drivers test, they got 244.6 for the Z06, second fastest car they ever tested, and the fastest car under $900,000 they ever tested. So, but Merrow, everybody know Jim Merrow, our great test driver, he did 241 at the track doing the same thing. So he got in about another 3.5 seconds. So just kind of they haven't tested the Grand Sport of the lightning lap yet, but we have. So if anybody wants to watch the whole lap, you want to watch the whole thing? So that was fun, 245. And that video is right from, as many of you know, from the performance data recorder, right on board the car. So if we look at this again, not, yeah. Should we put it on YouTube? Who wants it on YouTube? It was just you. I don't know. So, okay. So, again, this is not really scientific, but I think, again, just keeping it, on us, so it's fine. So if you look at, the Merrill's time is about 3, they got about 3 more seconds for car and driver testing. So even if you get like 3 or 4 seconds, say 245, so if we were around 249 or whatever, we'd be right, GTR, Mosler, Ferrari, Porsche 911 GT3, that's what the great sport would be in. We'd probably leave the GT3 for dust, I think. So we'll see what happens, but I think that when they do the test next year, it should be pretty, the sport will be pretty good performer in its own right. That was done with the 7-speed manual. That lap time. Yep. Jim likes the shift. So I'm going to open up for questions. One thing. How many people saw this? How many people didn't see it? What this was, we wanted to pay a tribute to Prince. Great superstar, has our favorite song, Little Red Corvette, obviously. And so we ran this kind of as a tribute to him and thanking him for the great song. So that's it. So, could there possibly be any more questions? Yes. Car cover? Transport? Oh, is there a car? Yeah, you want to talk about the car cover for the transport?
We do have one planned, and we had hoped to have it here to show you today, but it's still en route. But it'll be a fully rendered car cover in transport, like in dark grays with highlighted by red accents. If you've seen I'm sure everyone's seen the fully rendered C7R cover out front, but it'll be along those lines.
There are updates for the 2016. Some of these new changes, I don't think will go to the 16, but there was a later update to the 2016 and 2015. There's an update that will work for both 15s and 16s. That updates, if you haven't got it, the visual quality and a few of the timing things and things like that. These new things where we're adding the mute button, that kind of stuff, that'll be in 17. Oh, option pricing. Yeah, the full price schedule will go out May 13th. So the dealers will have the full schedule. In general, like option, it's the same option for 16 and 17. It's not changing. So you could do a pretty rough calc to see what your car, if you're trying to work it out, use this base price and then go to the 16. Yeah. Oh, 2017 Z06 is, the Z06 is coming out a little bit, we're starting production a little bit later in 17. The Z06 will get all the common things we talked about, all the new colors. It'll get the interior upgrades that Kurt talked about, the headliner, things like that. One thing I should point out too that was actually new for 16, but a lot of people didn't know about it. It kind of came out a little bit later. Is you can get the J57, so carbon ceramic brakes, as a free option, so you don't have to go to the Z07 package, the cup tires and the aero. You'll be able to get on the Z06 a ceramic brake standalone option, which a lot of people have asked for. And the other thing too, Kurt was talking about, the new rocker will be standard on the Z06 also, so that the Z06 will also get the standard rocker. Nothing else to report at this time? Yeah. Okay, that's a good point. Question is on the Grand Sport with the Z07. What are the physical difference? It's a little bit different than on the Z06, and we've talked about this. That on the Grand Sport, it's the ceramic brakes and the cup tires come with the Z07 package. On the Z06, we require you to get that carbon fiber ground effects, because it really needs, that car 650 horsepower needs the downforce. It's still available on the Grand Sport, but it's not a required option. And then the other thing that's a difference, on the Z06, when you get that Z07 package, we have that level 3 aero, which has the clear bridge and the bigger. Those are not on the Grand Sport. It's really, it's really too much downforce for the Grand Sport, so we're not gonna, it really doesn't need that. So that'll be still for the Z06 only. The order guide's available now, and the orders can start next week. In the back there.
I think you have your choice on that. We're not going to restrict or limit. For the Black Rose, I think the sharp gray stripe would be good for that as an accent. Depending on what you do for your interior, it's usually, you could even go carbon flash on that if you like tone colors.
Yeah, like Kurt showed the 10. I asked Kurt to come out with your top 10 favorite combos, but you're no means restricted to those. So if you think about it, you got 10 exterior colors, you got 6 hash mark colors, you can have 5 stripes or no stripes. So with that heritage package right there, it's like 360 possibilities. Now we may not like all of them. So you have to use, but you really can be creative and do your own. But those, we thought it would be really good to have, to give the starting point, like Kirk did with the 10 recommended ones, to kind of start it and you can tweak them from there, and just to give you some ideas of all the different possibilities. And I think can't wait till next year's bash. We'll see all the fun ones you guys picked out. Other than right, that's how it is. What will be unconstrained? Well, tell me what you're ordering, and we can just Harvey Gluck's not here. That's usually the joke for him. Everybody knows Harvey. I always tell him that we wait to see what his order is, and then we put those things unconstrained. That's what he thinks. But in all seriousness, the few things that are always, when we do new colors, there's always, as you guys know, there's always like a ramp up. So we tried to do it. We figured that the Admiral Blue and the Watkins Gun Blade would be the most popular right away. So the blue is actually available for 2016 orders right now. The gray will be available right for a start, so there won't be a real constraint on that one. But then the other two, the Sterling Blue comes in, and then the Black Rose comes in. So it'll probably be limited numbers of those until we bank those up. So it'll probably be, over a course of, 4 to 8 weeks probably will be ramping those up. But other than that, I don't really anticipate any constraints, but we never know. But hopefully there's no others other than that. Oh, yeah, no, unfortunately, we went to kind of a common breakup for 16, and that continues for 17. So it's not a full dip, but it's like the car, if you look at the Black Rose car out there, that'll be For a 3LZ or 3LT, that would be the same look. So the question is, you want a Z07 package without ceramic brakes? But that's kind of a package. Oh, okay. You can get the aero package, the carbon fiber, but you can't. The chassis is slightly different, so that right. They go because it's all tied together as a system. The brakes, it's the stability control, the traction control. Everything's a system, so it's all goes together. So you make your own. So he made his own. So what do you need us for? You make your own. I know. Yeah, I know. It's funny. No, it's a good question. I'm just kind of kidding around a bit, but it's funny. We talk a lot about this. Our team. How many combinations we have. And I always get accused of having so many combinations. It's funny, whatever combination we don't have, somebody wants. It's funny. No, I didn't mean you were the only one. I mean, people do. I didn't mean it like that either. No, I understand, but no, we have to, with the time it takes to do the engineering calibrations, and like Milford guys are probably just tweaking right now, our guys in programs thinking about all these different combinations. There's a lot of work that goes into all the things that we do. So. Yeah, second row. Right, that's a good question. The question was, is the Admiral Blue the exact same as the 96? It is not. It's our new Admiral Blue. You could say it's Admiral Blue 2.0 or 21st century. Right, so it's not exactly, but it did kind of, with the Grand Sport coming out and it is in the family, we just kind of thought that would be a great historical thing to bring back. Right. Yeah, the question is, the Grand Sport picks up where the Z51 left off, and then some. Right. Okay, Heritage package pricing. A Heritage package is $795. But then in the center, without the center stripe, you can get that with. So the Heritage package. You don't have to have you get the hash marks, you get the aluminum. Everybody's seen the cars, the aluminum stripes in there, and it does, but these cars don't have though, we'll have a special floor, carpeted floor mat, they'll have Grand Sport logos that'll come with it that we don't have yet out here. So it comes with that package too. And then you can get any of the colors, and then you can pick then you can pick the center stripe you want if you want them. So. Oh, red belts? Yeah, we were talking about the red belts. That's a new option for this year. I think it's $395 for red belts. A lot of options are $395. It's a good. Oh yeah, the question, the answer to this question, what color combination override, like if you want a red interior and a yellow car or something like that. So what we try to do is there's an option, so you can get whatever combo you want as far as colors. The reason we do that is we have Kurt and all the buddies that design, they look at them and they want to make sure, when dealers, especially it's for dealers and customers that are stocking cars, want to make sure they get, it helps them order. But we added this option because, we met all you guys and want something, again, want a combination we didn't have. So it's an override. If there's something you really want, you can go crazy and get a non-recommended combo. And then the plant is taking this year a 2-week shutdown. So we'll probably see cars towards late July, early August at dealers. I thought I was home for So you want to pay $795 for a quiet ride package to cover up the tire noise. Anybody else want to pay $795 for a quiet? Anybody? Nobody can hear, so. But so okay, that's it, we like the car to be quieter. But actually pay extra for the car to be quieter, is what I'm hearing. Yeah. Well, Grand Sport's going to start right at the beginning. So, yeah, Grand Sport and Stingray, the Z06 will be a little bit, that's kind of what we did, the Z06 will come out a bit later. Oh, okay. We did, I know if I said, we did do a video upgrade, 15s and 16s, but we're going to, yeah, our video is HD, but it's 720, so that's where we are right now. But, obviously things go forward in the future. One of the reasons we picked that, though, is versus, say, like a GoPro or a phone or normal video camera, is we're also recording the data, and we wanted to get the speed, we're developing it for things to be able to record all the, you go to the Cosworth Toolbox program, there's all this data that it's recording, different channels of data that you can read, and just the processing the video, we want to make sure it was fast enough to get all the data, all that kind of came into play with what we pick where we are. But of course, as the technology gets better, I'm sure that'll be something someday in the future we'll. The Android Auto part is available for any 2016 right now to upgrade. The part with the App Store will not be, because that had to add not to get into it too deep, but people want cybersecurity, when you're buying apps and things like that. So that was a more of an intensive change to get that part of it. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Or on the PDR, the upgrade. Yeah, we do there. Like I said, there is an upgrade for the 15 and 16 PDR that upgrades a few things, but some of the new 17 items we haven't tried that yet. Right, the Z07 package is the same price for the Grand Sport and the Z06, but again, the one difference is on a Grand Sport, it's not required to get the carbon fiber ground effects on the Z06. It needs it, so that'll be a difference. So it'll be a little bit less expensive. And actually, our Emerald Blue car outside is a 1LT car. It's kind of like all I care about is performance car. So it of course has the heritage package, but other than that, it has the competition seats, it's 1LT, a Z07, it's the carbon ground effects. That's it. So it's kind of the, I thought that would be kind of your ideal performance Grand Sport right there. And another thing too, the white car right outside, the one that's kind of the inverse of that, like Kirk was saying, the white car, blue and red, that is actually the #1. So that's the first 2017 Corvette and first Grand Sport. That's considered a saleable car. It's kind of a neat car to have here. Well, I think so, but that's kind of a question for Apple. But I hope they would do that. But yeah, they really run that stuff. So I'm hoping, yeah, the Apple CarPlay, I think it goes back to 5 and newer. So we're hoping to keep that all compatible, obviously, going forward. I think it will, but again, I'm not working for Apple to do whatever they want. But I hope they do. I would pretty sure it would, but we'll see. Oh, the C7R cover? What was in there? Was it a 60? I thought it was a 63 was in there. I don't know. It's a blue stingray? No, we're just showing the cover. So the cover is the thing, not what's under the cover. It's kind of backwards. We're doing our time. Hey, how about, who wants to ask the last question? Okay, I guess we're done.